Daniel Hayes was not born rich. At 18 years old, he worked at a gas station during freezing winter nights. Sometimes he slept inside his old broken car. Sometimes he skipped meals just to save money. But Daniel had one dream. He wanted to escape poverty forever. Years later, he created Hayes Corporation, one of the biggest real estate companies in the country. People admired him. News channels called him the king of modern business. But success came with a price. Daniel worked day and night. He missed birthdays, missed vacations, missed family moments. Everything he did was for his wife Olivia and his son Jason. He bought them luxury cars, private schools, mansions, dream vacations. But slowly, love inside the house disappeared, and money became the only language everyone understood. One evening, Daniel arranged a special family dinner. He wanted to reconnect. The table looked beautiful. Golden candles, luxury food, soft music. But the atmosphere felt dead. Olivia spent most of the time texting someone. Jason kept scrolling on social media. Daniel tried smiling. I was thinking maybe we should take a family vacation together. Jason barely looked up. I'm busy next month. Olivia sighed. I already planned a Europe trip with my friends. Daniel's smile slowly disappeared. Still, he stayed calm. Then Daniel said, I'm thinking about retiring soon. Suddenly, both of them looked interested. Jason quickly asked, So who gets control of the company? Olivia calmly added, We should discuss assets before making emotional decisions. Assets, not feelings, not family, not memories. Assets. Daniel quietly stared at both of them. And for the first time in his life, he realized he was sitting with strangers. 3 nights later, Daniel returned home early after canceling a business meeting. As he walked through the hallway, he heard voices coming from Olivia's office. The door was slightly open. Daniel stopped. Jason's voice spoke first. We need control of the company before he changes his mind. Olivia answered coldly. He's emotionally weak now. We can pressure him slowly. Jason laughed. He spent his whole life working. Now he thinks. The next morning, Daniel visited a small coffee shop downtown, a place he hadn't visited in 20 years. The owner recognized him instantly. Daniel? Daniel looked surprised. It was Marcus, his childhood best friend. The same friend who once shared cheap sandwiches with him during difficult days. Marcus smiled warmly. You look exhausted. Daniel laughed bitterly. That obvious? Marcus nodded. Money makes life easier, but loneliness destroys people silently. Daniel looked away. For hours they talked. Not about business, not about status, but real life, real emotions. And for the first time in years, Daniel genuinely smiled. Before leaving, Marcus asked quietly, When was the last time someone in your house asked if you were happy? Daniel stayed silent, because he didn't know the answer. After discovering the truth, Daniel changed completely. He stopped begging for affection, stopped trying to impress people, stopped chasing fake love. Instead, he became silent, very silent, and silence scared people more than anger. Daniel secretly met lawyers, financial advisors, private investigators, and slowly, he discovered more betrayal. Jason secretly lost millions through gambling. Olivia hid money in private offshore accounts. The people judging Daniel were secretly destroying his empire. That night, Daniel looked at himself in the mirror and whispered, I built success, but forgot to protect my peace. One rainy evening, Daniel experienced chest pain and visited a hospital. That's where he met Emma Carter, a simple nurse, kind eyes, calm voice. Unlike everyone else, Emma spoke to him like a normal human being. Not a billionaire, not a powerful businessman, just a person. One evening she asked, Why do successful people always look sad? Daniel smiled weakly. Because people stop loving them. and start loving access to them. Emma quietly listened. No judgment, no greed, no fake sympathy. And slowly, Daniel started healing. 3 months later, Hayes Corporation organized a giant retirement party for Daniel. Luxury hotel, business leaders, media cameras, politicians. Everyone attended. Olivia looked proud. Jason looked excited. Both believed the company would finally become theirs. Daniel stepped onto the stage. The room became silent. He adjusted the microphone, then calmly spoke. People think success means money. But real success is discovering who truly stands beside you when you have nothing left to offer. The audience listened carefully. Daniel continued. For years, I ignored betrayal because I feared loneliness. Jason looked nervous. Olivia's smile slowly disappeared. Then Daniel opened a black folder. Tonight, I officially announce that Hayes Corporation will not remain under family ownership. Gasps filled the room. Jason stood immediately. What? Daniel continued calmly. All company ownership has been transferred into a charitable trust supporting workers, hospitals, and veterans. Olivia's face turned pale. Jason shouted angrily. You can't do this. Daniel looked directly at him. I already did. Complete silence filled the hall. And at that exact moment, Jason and Olivia realized they had lost everything. After the event, everything collapsed. Jason screamed inside the mansion. Olivia accused Daniel of betrayal, but Daniel no longer reacted emotionally. That frightened them. For years they controlled him through guilt. Now, nothing worked anymore. Days later, financial investigations started. Jason's gambling debts became public. Olivia's secret accounts were exposed. Luxury friends disappeared overnight. The same people who once praised them now avoided them. Meanwhile, Daniel quietly moved into a peaceful lake house outside the city. No luxury parties, no fake smiles, no manipulation. Just peace. One rainy night, Jason arrived at Daniel's lake house. No expensive suit, no luxury car, no confidence. He looked broken. Daniel opened the door silently. Jason lowered his head. I lost everything. Daniel remained calm. Jason continued quietly. I spent my whole life blaming you. But the truth is, I became selfish. For the first time in years, Jason looked genuinely ashamed. Tears slowly filled his eyes. You gave us everything, and we treated you like a machine. Daniel finally spoke. Money can build comfort, but character decides what people become. Jason nodded silently, then whispered, Can you forgive me? Daniel took a deep breath. Forgiveness takes time. But honesty is the first step. Months later, Daniel sat beside the lake watching the sunset. Emma sat quietly beside him. Soft wind moved across the water. The city felt far away. For the first time in decades, Daniel felt calm. No pressure, no fake love, no loneliness hidden behind luxury. Emma smiled softly. You look different now. Daniel smiled back. I stopped trying to earn love from people who never deserve my sacrifice. The sun slowly disappeared, and Daniel finally understood something. Real revenge is not destruction. Real revenge is peace. It is surviving betrayal without becoming cruel. It is walking away from fake people and rebuilding your soul. The camera slowly pulled away from the lake house. Rain softly started falling again, and Daniel's final narration echoed. Some people love your heart. Some people love your wallet. Life becomes peaceful the moment you learn the difference. One.